Does becoming a dietitian sound more appealing than being famous? Getting cast in a big Hollywood movie seems like the goal for any actor, but these child performers decided to call it quits after their big break. Joey Gaydos Jr. joined the cast of School of Rock with several years of guitar experience under his belt. As Gaydos told MLive, "My father played with the who's who of Detroit rock royalty throughout the years. I remember a home video of myself leaning against the baby gate downstairs, listening to my dad play and just bobbing my head, getting into the music. I always loved it." He was gifted his own guitar at age 9 and was starring in School of Rock 3 years later. But landing the role of Zach Mooneyham wasn't easy. According to Gaydos, it was a lengthy process that involved 3 callbacks in Los Angeles before he was told he had the role. Gaydos was offered more movie roles after School of Rock, but he turned them down to pursue music. He taught guitar at Ann Arbor Music Center, and he's played in several bands over the years, even touring with Uncle Kracker at one stage. Sadly, he's been on the wrong side of the law on a couple of occasions, including for DUI and for shoplifting, and was arrested for stealing guitars in 2019. Robert Tsai is great as the keyboard player Lawrence in School of Rock, but despite his hilariously dry and touching performance, it remains his only acting credit. According to reports, Tsai actually tried to drop out of the film after landing the role because he didn't feel like he was hip enough. Per The Express, director Richard Linklater had to sit Tsai down for a candid chat and explain to him that his reluctance was actually perfect for the character. In fact, following this conversation, the filmmaker tweaked the script, making Lawrence even more timid.
I don't think I should be in the band.
Why not?
I'm not cool enough. People in bands are cool. I'm not cool.
After the film, Tsai attended the prestigious Ivy League university Dartmouth College, even playing piano in official Dartmouth concerts while a student there. Aaron Wolff was 15 when he played Jewish teen Danny Gopnik in Joel and Ethan Coen's A Serious Man. The role was distinctive, and Wolff could have parlayed it into a promising career in acting, but his real love is music. The one-time actor is an accomplished cellist who the Chicago Tribune described as, quote, "a musician of quicksilver brilliance." He received a Bachelor of Arts degree in comparative literature and a Bachelor of Music in cello performance from the Oberlin College and Observatory in Ohio. After that, he earned a master's degree from Juilliard. And as if that wasn't impressive enough, Wolff is continuing his education as he pursues his doctorate of musical arts at CUNY, the Graduate Center in New York. He's also received numerous awards for his musical performances and has traveled the world playing the cello. In the 2004 film Finding Neverland, Johnny Depp's Sir James Matthew Barrie interacts with the family that inspired him to create Peter Pan. Luke Spill plays Michael Llewellyn Davies, one of the children who Barrie becomes close with. Instead of pursuing acting after the film, Spill attended University College London, where he earned a bachelor's degree in economics. After graduating in 2018, he worked for Headbox as a business development executive. He went on to work for Universal Media Group and then Virgin Music UK, where he was an artist campaign manager for a little over a year, though his time with Virgin seems to have come to an end in January 2024. The Witches has been adapted into a feature film twice. The first came in 1990, starring Angelica Houston as the film's big bad. It follows a young boy named Luke who is transformed into a mouse by Houston's evil Grand High Witch. He fights to defeat the witches and regain his humanity. Along the way, he meets Bruno, played by Charlie Potter, another child who's turned into a mouse.
He has not been turned into a mouse.
Yes, I have. Hello, Dad.
Potter never appeared in another film. Instead, he completed school and went on to become a barrister, practicing administrative, public, and commercial law for Blackstone Chambers in London. He later became a senior corporate communications advisor and partner at Brunswick Group, focusing on broadcasting and media regulation. Potter now works as a co-lead for the firm's global litigation practice. Sara Magdalin appeared in the 1996 film Matilda, portraying a younger version of the titular character. She takes care of herself by making breakfast, walking to the library, and checking out books, showing how independent and intelligent the character was before Mara Wilson took over the role for the rest of the film. These days, according to her website, Magdalin works in Los Angeles as a registered dietitian nutritionist and goes by the name of Sarah Camo. She has a Master's of Science in Nutrition and Dietetics from California State University Northridge, which led to her working as a dietitian for the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs, UCLA Health, and Nutrition Masters, LLC. There were plenty of doors open to Peter Ostrum after he starred in the beloved classic Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The creators of Willy Wonka actually offered him a 3-picture deal when he was still only 13, but he wasn't interested. Speaking to NPR in 2021, he said that committing to making a bunch of movies without knowing what they were unnerved him, saying, "I didn't like giving up that freedom of signing on the dotted line, not knowing what I was going to be asked to do."
So my parents, they were supportive at the beginning, but they were also extremely supportive when I said no.
The child star went on to work with animals after being inspired by a vet who came out to treat his family's horse. Now a vet himself, he's glad that he left Hollywood behind after just one movie, but he doesn't regret Willy Wonka. When Gene Wilder passed away in 2016, Ostrum spoke to Variety about working with him on the hit film, saying, "To have made one film and to be associated with Jack Albertson, who played his grandfather, and Gene, I feel like I really found the golden ticket." Rishi Bhat played the role of Patrick in 1995's The Indian in the Cupboard in his one and only film appearance. He was open to more roles after that, but he was too busy getting into software development to waste time with auditions. Favoring tech over acting would prove to be a wise move. Bhat developed some internet privacy software with a friend that caught the eye of a software company. Just a few months after creating it at age 15, Bhat sold his software, SiegeSoft.com, for over $1 million. According to his father, he didn't actually take the money up front, instead agreeing to $40,000 in cash and 1.5 million shares of the purchasing company, Roca Resources. The value of the company's shares rocketed after Bhat went on Good Morning America to talk about his software and his remarkable story. Zachary Mabry played Porky in 1994's The Little Rascals, his one and only role. Granted, he was only 4 at the time, so he had a lot of growing to do before settling on a career. He opted to study accounting, earning a master's degree in the subject from the University of Oklahoma in 2013. On top of working as a CPA, Mabry was a contributing editor for the Catholic Herald for over 4 years. He's also known for his work as a co-host on the Roman Circus podcast, which focuses on the traditions and history of Catholicism. These days, he runs his own accounting firm, Zach Mabry Advisory, and works as a CPA. He also has a Cameo account where fans can get a personalized video from the grown-up Porky. Roy Snart played Paul, the youngest of the 3 children who acted in the film Bedknobs and Broomsticks. The former actor was enrolled in classes at a drama and modeling agency at age 3 by his mother and soon began booking commercials. He hit the big time when he was 5, impressing casting directors for Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
How do you know that?
Easy. Says so right here in me book.
Snart went on to work in recruitment. He was head of First Choice Software, an IT company that makes and manages recruitment software in the United Kingdom. He's semi-retired these days, though he still remains involved in a number of business ventures. 1968's Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is a family classic, but the musical wasn't exactly beloved for the young actor Heather Ripley, who played Jemima. Speaking to the Scottish Sun about the experience, she said, "It's 14 months of my childhood which will never be replaced. My mother and father broke up, which I've always blamed on the film. I honestly don't have fond memories of it, and because that's clouded my view of it, I haven't quite understood why so many people love it so much." Ripley quickly discovered that she didn't enjoy being famous. The film thrust her into the limelight, and it all became too much. She went on to become a photographer and videographer, as well as a passionate activist. Ripley flew to Greece to help with the refugee crisis caused by the Syrian civil war in 2016, and she has been described as, quote, an eco-warrior, peace campaigner, and anti-roads protester by the Daily Mail. The publication also noted that the former actor has even been arrested during protests. The critically acclaimed 1963 film adaptation of The Lord of the Flies features an ensemble cast that includes Hugh Edwards as Piggy. In the film, Piggy is bullied relentlessly, and he meets an unfortunate and violent end. Edwards landed the role after sending a letter to director Peter Brook. In it, he wrote, quote, "Dear Sir, I am fat and wear spectacles." According to the New York Times, he also included a photograph, and upon seeing it, Brook thought it was Piggy come to life. Not long after receiving the letter, Brook cast Edwards in the role, one of the most important in the film. The scenes involving Piggy were praised by The Observer in a review of the film published in 1964. However, when the shoot ended, Edwards didn't pursue acting as a profession. Instead, seemingly living up to his character's name, he made a living managing pet food factories.